That is the right mindset. You have to stay in business. But I argue, I was on a podcast last week, and they were talking about, do you really ever think like the patient experience is going to matter and patient, et cetera? I said, of course it is. Like eventually the industry has to say everything revolves around the patient. Quality is going to have to improve. Efficiency is going to have to improve. Their overall experience is going to have to be improved. In my opinion, without AI, that is absolutely not remotely possible because of just the demographic and worker issue alone. There's no way, and it'll get way worse for them. But if you look at the rising generation, it's kind of this interesting thing is I almost see like, have you seen that? It's a meme out there that, not a meme, but it's a cartoon that shows the Earth, and it's like 65 million years ago or 70 million, there's like a dinosaurs, and it shows an asteroid coming down. Well, I say there's almost like two asteroids. And one of them is the demographic bomb that's coming where you don't have the workers, you're not going to have the staff, you're not going to have the clinicians. It's just not going to be there because there's a supply demand big problem there. Then the other one is the rising generation of healthcare consumer that won't put up with anything like a Gen X that I did or older millennials. Younger millennials and no way in the world they're going to put up with it. And so they got two asteroids coming down. That's the healthcare world here. It's like without AI, there is no way to divert those asteroids. I just can't. And I've had so many arguments about this, and no one can actually beat me in that argument. So you're going to have to show me how you deal with those two things without AI, because I can't even come close.
As you can imagine, I'm on your side of that argument. But I will say it's even in my mind, so I recently heard an interesting statistic that 2001 to 16, healthcare contributed to 9% of GDP growth, right? It's about 18%-ish today, but 29% of all new positions. 1, 2, healthcare, right? Apart from this being a shocking number of new positions, what does this tell you? It tells you that healthcare is one of the prestigious few verticals that have seen negative productivity growth. We're throwing people at the problem, and the more people we throw, the more inefficient they become, the more people we want to throw. And lo and behold, you talked about demographic. There are no more people. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's a definition of a vicious cycle.
Oh, I think we're absolutely right. So you asked me, look, AI, not AI. In my mind, the tech revolution, which we've seen, by the way, in every other vertical, we've seen productivity growth coupled with technology. In my mind, we have to catch up in healthcare somehow. And I mean, that's the semi-advantage of us missing some of the SaaS revolution in healthcare. Maybe we can catch up 2 generations at once, like SaaS plus, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm an optimist. But in my mind, that is the big opportunity we have right now. And you're absolutely right. I think we have no choice but to make people more productive. And one clarification on this, that's one of my things that I think that is kind of counterintuitive about AI. People think about AI in the individual productivity lens. What I mean by that, I'm going to make my physician 10% more effective. I'm going to make my radiologist read 20% faster. And it can do that, to be clear, right? AI does that.
Yeah.
But I am way more excited about the system-wide impact of AI, right? You improve quality, you reduce variability, so you eliminate waste, right? We know it from other industries, right? Agile, that is the whole point. The fact you can help, avoid a miss or prioritize a patient, yes, it may not make, that in of itself does not make the radiologist, as an example, faster, but the downstream effects of that on the ED, on the length of stay, are much more profound than looking at the individual component alone.
That makes sense. Yeah, the platform strategy, I think, is superior. And it's interesting that I think you're the only company I've heard of that started there. Everyone claims to do that now or wants to do it, but you're the only one that actually, from the beginning, saw that issue, which is pretty prescient.